Let's discuss a simple quantum mechanical problem of a particle trapped in a box with infinitely hard walls. So we are talking about particle in a box which refers to a particle that's trapped inside a potential with infinitely hard walls, or it is a bound state. So particle in a box refers to a particle confined to a potential disregarding the infinite space outside the box. Now whenever a particle is confined to a particular region, we call such particles as bound particle or a bound state. So here we have a bound state. For example, atom is a bound state comprising of nucleus and electrons. And a general feature of such a bound state is that the wave function psi vanishes as we go infinitely far away from that bound state. Coming back to the particle in a box, let's assume a one-dimensional particle in a box having a particular length, say L, and they have infinitely hard walls. So this is a scenario, and let's assume the potential to be 0 inside this box and infinity outside the box. So that's the condition that we state first, that the potential is 0 inside the box and is infinite outside. Now the exact variation of potential may be written as it is 0 for x which is less than 0 between L, that's what we meant, and infinity for x greater than L and greater than 0. Okay, so this is a potential variation of the particle in a box that we have discussed, and they have infinitely hard walls so that the particle cannot collide with the wall. And we assume that the box has infinitely hard walls so that the particle do not lose energy while colliding with the walls. So this is a scenario of potential in a particle in a box. Moving on to the wave function, the wave function has to vanish at the infinity and exist only within this box. So wave function, let's call it psi, it should be 0 for x less than or equal to 0 and also for x greater than or equal to L. So we have a boundary here, that is the potential box is of finite width, say L, and hence the wave function has to vanish for x less than or equal to 0 and x greater than or equal to L. So our task is to find out what is the kind of the wave function within that box. Say from 0 to A, what is the form of this wave function and also its energy. So that's what we are trying to find out. Now let's begin by writing the Schrodinger's time independent form, which is say d square psi by dx square plus 2m by h cut square e minus v psi equal to 0. Now we've already assumed that the potential inside the box is 0. So since v equal to 0, this equation may be written as d square psi by dx square plus 2m by h cut square e psi equal to 0. Call this equation 1. Now this is a familiar differential equation of the form d square psi by dx square plus k square psi equal to 0, where k square will be 2me by h cut square, or say k is root of 2me by h cut, and we know the solution to this equation is, general solution to this equation is a sin kx plus b cos kx. For that, let's call this equation 2 and let This also be called 2a. This will be of use for in further coming up. So this is the solution. So writing k, substituting this, we get a sine root of 2me by h cut x plus b cos root of 2me by h cut x. Call this equation 3. So this is the wave function that we get by solving the different Schrodinger's equation for the particle inside the box. So this is a general solution. Now we have to apply the boundary condition and obtain the exact form of the solution. So moving on to the boundary conditions. So here A and B are the constants to be evaluated. Now we will apply the boundary conditions here. The boundary conditions is psi should be 0 at x equal to 0 as well as at x equal to L. These two are the boundaries of the potential box. So the wave function must vanish at that point. That's what we are doing now. So this will be the boundary conditions. So let's take the first boundary condition, say x equal to 0. So put x equal to 0 in this equation. So what do you get? A sine 0 plus b cos 0. So this term becomes 0, sine 0 becomes 0, but cos 0 is 1, right? So when cos 0 is 1, this wave function is not 0. What's our condition? Our condition is psi should be 0 at x equal to 0. That means the wave function should vanish at x equal to 0. That's what we mean. But when we put x equal to 0 in this equation, what you see is that this term vanishes, right? A sine 0 vanishes, but b cos 0 does not vanish. So in order to make this boundary condition hold good, what we do is we put b equal to 0. So applying the first boundary condition, what we get is that, or what we have to do is we have to put b equal to 0 in order for the first boundary condition, that is x equal to 0 to be holding good. Okay. Now moving on to the second boundary condition, it is that x equal to L, the wave function should also vanish. So we are left with this term alone now because b is 0. So this term gets cancelled, it's gone. So this wave function now is a sine root of 2me by h cut. Instead of x, I am putting the second boundary condition, x equal to L. So this L and this should also be 0 according to the boundary condition. So when the sine becomes 0, when sine n, you know that sine n pi is always 0. So if this is to hold good, this term should be equated to n pi. So we have the condition that root of 2me by h cut into L should be equal to n pi for this boundary condition to be true. Now just square this, we get 2me by h cut square L square equal to n square pi square, or we get E is equal to n square pi square h cut square by 2m L square. So we have reached at an important result here. This gives the energy of the particle in a box, and it says energy is quantized in terms of n square. So this is n square pi square h cut square by 2m L square, and also you can see an important result here is that energy is inversely related to the L square. What is L square? We have assumed the particle dimension or this width of that particle, potential box to be of length L. So the state has a dimension L, and we have obtained the condition that energy is inversely related to the square of its length. So this is the only term that it depends. Energy depends on the square of the dimensions of the potential. So finally our wave function is now psi is equal to A sine. Instead of this we will write it as n pi by L x. A sine n pi by L x. This gives function of the particle in a box after we have given the boundary conditions. Also the two boundary conditions are being given and we got certain conditions, and final wave function that we got is a sin n pi by l. So this is the wave function after applying the boundary conditions, and to find out a, we use the normalization condition, which is integral minus infinity to infinity psi mod square dx is equal to 1. So here this limits will be from integral 0 to L psi mod square dx equal to 1. Okay, so we find out this. So integral 0 to L psi mod square is psi into psi star. Here psi is a sin n pi by Lx and psi star is also a sin n pi by Lx. So multiplying that we get a square sin square n pi by L x dx, and that's equal to 1, which is the normalization condition. So we may integrate sine square by writing or using the identity sine square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2, and applying the same here we get a square integral 0 to L say 1 minus cos 2 n pi by L x dx is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. So now we integrate this. You see that cos 2 n pi, you integrate and get it as sin n pi. Sin n pi is 0. So this term will go to 0 and we get a square into integral of dx is x, a square by 2, this 2, x from 0 to L, that's equal to 1. And this leads to the, gives us the condition a square by 2L equal to 1, or a will be root of 2 by L. Okay, so we got the normalized wave function psi n as root of 2 by L sin n pi by L x. So this is the normalized wave function for the particle in a box, and we also obtained the energy of the particle in a box. As energy is quantized, it's proportional to n square times pi square h cut square by 2m L square. So this is all about the particle in a box case. To obtain the, this is a bound state problem where the particle is confined to a particular length whose potential is 0. We have taken the potential to be 0 inside and infinite outside, and hence the wave function must vanish at the end points. So applying the boundary conditions, we get the normalized wave function as root of 2 by L sin n pi by Lx, and the energy equation obtained was n square pi square h cut square by 2m L square. Okay. The plot of the wave function versus the numbers n equal to 1, then n equal to 2 and n equal to 3, we have sine functions. And if you plot the probability density psi mod square versus this n, you have probabilities are not negative, so you have only the positive sides. So this is about the plot of the wave function and plot of the probability densities.